All right, guys. We've got Kira in the bottom left side of the map. One of the most dangerous Terran players in TVP right now for Team Liquid. He's back in his groove. He's back in his vibe. He's been looking really good. Unfortunately for him, he's facing off with an 8-foot-tall giant of a man. We are talking about HARSTEM, the captain. A Dutchman who loves mangoes, creates a lot of content, and despite that is still an incredibly high-level player. HARSTEM is really good, and I really feel like people don't give him credit for it because he makes so many videos, and there's, you know, because he's got that kind of crossover of the hardcore and the casual audience, which is what I really love about his community as well. You see people who sometimes count him out in series, and I'm just like, you guys don't realize how good this guy is. And he's going for my favorite build order, 19 Nexus, 19 Cybercore. Really good build order here, where, yes, you do delay... Oh, Cybercore. Okay, yeah, there we go. You do delay your Cybercore, but not by very long. So even... Oh, he's going to Probe Scout as well. Okay, Probe Scout, but it's Probe Scout after next. So it's just a delayed Scout because this is a 3-player map. Doesn't want his Adept to go in the wrong direction. That makes sense. We are in Last Fantasy, of course. A map where 4-gate blink is brutal, guys. Stalkers can blink from here to here. They can also blink here, 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 here. And even if you think your natural's defended with a bunker and a tank, they can blink across there and deny your gases and your workers down here. This map is amazing for 4-gate blink. And I've commentated it now about 10 times in this matchup with professional players. And remember, guys, if you needed a reminder that professional StarCraft players aren't naturally just geniuses that solve everything in the blink of an eye, I haven't seen a single 4-gate blink on this map. I've actually seen Terran winning this map a lot. So I would not be surprised if HARSTEM, just like every other Protoss I've watched play this map, just plays a standard macro game and doesn't take advantage of the obvious advantage feature of this map, which is that with a heavy blink stalker aggression, even just a heavy 3-gate blink would be so powerful. But for whatever reason, I think it's just because it's so new, and I think we're casting different Protoss players who are playing it for the first time when we commentate, or the second time, and it just hasn't quite clicked. But I think we're probably going to see, as it is with the way StarCraft information flows, a Max Pax or a hero will 4-gate blink dominate Clem or someone on this map, and then everyone will see that game and go, oh, and it'll finally click, because you've got so many new maps coming in at once. Players will be a bit slower to kind of solve them. I don't like this wall off very much. I mean, it's okay, but I do feel this side is kind of open to doom drops and stuff, and even tanky elevator pushes on that ledge could be scary, so you don't want to build your buildings too far away. Adept is going to try and take down the Reapers. Should be able to get one, which is not too bad, but it's all about defending these probes as the second Adept does come to the low ground. There is a Stalker up there as well, and does get a hit on the Hellion. Stalker's nearby, needs to get to that front. He's going for the Hellion. If he can kill the Hellion for the Adept, I think that's a good trade, and Kua actually standing his ground like a bit of a mad lad. Does bounce the Stalker away, but the Stalker's still out there on the front. Warp Gate, a few seconds away from finishing. Kind of lucky that he hasn't taken more damage. If these Reapers jump in the main, I mean, Warp Gate's a while away. I think HARSTEM's in trouble right now, guys. Even though he's defended well, for now, he's lost 2 Adepts, which means, how the heck do you deal with this? Oh, he full walls! The Hellion a little bit too slow to run in the natural because he wanted the Reapers to pull the unit out of position first, so Kua may be getting a bit too fancy for his own good, and HARSTEM with a fantastic reaction to block it. Only going to lose 2 probes. Doesn't get the second Reaper, but I think that could have been much worse. Warps in 2 Stalkers now, which will allow him to cancel this gateway. That, of course, will take him up to 3-gate blink for HARSTEM. Robo coming in. If he chronos a Prism, he could still do something very aggressive. Kua's wall-off is pretty good, but not as good as I would like. I actually really feel like you should be building your buildings here. Building there, building there, maybe? I'm not sure. But I think you essentially want to have a tank sieged about this position where this building is, so that you can cover this whole left side and this right side at the same time. And I just think he's not quite perfectly positioned. Oh, Stalkers took out a Widowmine drop. Guys, sorry, I should have been watching that. I wasn't expecting that. My bad. Uh-oh, Hellion Reaper runs in the natural as well. Widowmines have managed to kill just 2 probes for 2 shots in the main, which is not bad for HARSTEM. HARSTEM starts a third in the middle of this. He knows he's taking damage and he's got a rebound. He's already chronoing probes. So this is really good. Even though HARSTEM takes some damage, it's a big commitment. Look at this. He's ahead in the trading, and as long as he chronos probes, keeps up probe production, resets this rally point, pulls a worker off gas, fixes all these basics, and chronos the third as well, he can bounce back in a macro game. Downside, once again, no Blink Stalker aggression on a map where it's so strong. But on the other hand, Q is playing very safe with his building placement, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, I like the way he moved the starport forward, so he can put the tank exactly where I said. Tank there would be excellent. You could go a bit further forward like here, but then he could technically blink that way and slide around the backside of the mineral line. Still going to look for that blink forward and could maybe... No, look at that. Yeah, tank's covering. He's focused on the right side for now. Does have a tank and a bunker there as well. Bunker's a little bit isolated, but this tank, he's like, if you blink across here, the tank will somewhat cover that area. It's a lot of space to cover for Cure. Harstem's not committing a lot to the aggression. He's just probing. And you can see now he's recovered the worker count in that main. 15 workers there, 20 on the natural, and he's going to go for Forge and a Robobay. Taking up, realizing if your opponent goes for a Widow Mine drop and a bunch of Reaper Hellion, their stim, combat shields, and medevacs will be quite delayed. And that's going to give Harstem room to macro on up and bypass this early stage. Great job by Cure to keep him on the back foot. Looks like the Raven tried to poke in, by the way, and the Stalkers did some really good damage. So that Raven's going to pull back to repair in the worker line. I wish Pig did a Tempest Rising campaign walkthrough. Oh, just like a full playthrough. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I should actually just update myself playing campaigns on like Pig players a little bit more. I think I might upload the whole Stormgate campaign on Pig players. I'm gonna finish the last level probably tomorrow and then put up a video about the Stormgate campaign. It's insanely better. It is so much better, the Stormgate campaign now, and there are certain things that they do so well. But there's still some really big criticisms that I absolutely have to harp on about as well. So I think it'll be an interesting video to like talk about some of the things that Frost Giant keeps screwing up repeatedly, but also talk about like how much ground they've covered in their new one. So should be out nice little. We'll put up just the gameplay on Pig Plays, but on the main channel we'll do a bit of a review of it and just talk about where Stormgate's at with Frost Giant, how much first impressions matter and that sort of stuff, and how. Whilst they've improved a lot, it's like there's still a few things missing that are so important that they really should have factored in on. Tempest Rising also really fun though, so I haven't had a chance to play the campaign anymore, just because I've been very busy with, as you guys know, family stuff. Fire coming forward, Harstem blinks to the high ground. Okay, yeah, I like that move because he knows that if he runs north, he'll just pick up and drop in the main. So he wants the Stalkers there and the ground army up north. Oh, this is a good angling for Cure. I like that Harstem keeps his buildings this far back. He needs a Colossus in the main. Yeah, he's going to have to rotate the Colossus. I like it. He sees the elevator. Cure misclicks. Actually, accidentally unloads 5 Marines on the low ground. But he needs the Colossus on the high ground right now. Oh, Harstem's... Okay, Harstem's... Oh, he's a bit slow. I think he was going to try and just A-move the ground army and then recall into the main to defend. But he mistimed it. Oh, he gets a medevac, though. And Zealots don't really care about tank shots. Colossus with extended thermal lance when that finishes can range the bio here. Cure's going to unsiege and think about moving elsewhere. He does leave a Marauder on the high ground. Saves that one now. Cure really tight on this. Third command center is up. And remember, he's on 62 workers. It's instantly saturated. This is what Cure does. He mounts heavy pressure, but he doesn't actually overcommit. Marines are up front. Harstem. Colossus could have maybe landed a few hits there. Guardian Shield, Zealot, Colossus, Stalker going to try and engage this. Oh, great Widow Mine shot on those Zealots. Cure's looking really good so far, man. Harstem's stuck on 3 bases. He's thinking about a 4th up north, but he hasn't been able to take it just yet. Oh, he blinks forward. Does take a Widow Mine to the Stalkers, but he's going to get rid of the tanks relatively quickly. The Colossus, can they clear the Marines is the big question. Extended Thermal Lance is not quite done. Okay, he's just going to sacrifice the Zealot to the Widow Mine. Well done. Allows himself to clean it up. Stalkers blink to chase the medevacs. Cure wisely pulls away. Cure's so good at running away. Gets his Stalker with that Widow Mine as well. His Widow Mines have been getting value. Armory. Ghost Academy. Only one engineering bay for so far, but look at this. Once you've got map control, you always want to go, because these bases are so spread out. He sees no 4th base building, and he's like, you must be taking up north. The probe's there, the pylon there. They don't see this coming, and Harstem just barely misses the drop, which means he's going to be stuck on 3 base for a long time in this game. And I mean, Cure's third is so late, but this is what I talked about Cure's style. Before the series started, I was saying he's so hard to play against, because it feels like he's all in. He's so committed to a push. But if you do everything correctly to respond to it, he just won't overcommit. And he'll just like unsiege and go home. And you're like, well, I'm ahead, right? And then his third floats out and it's instantly fully saturated. And you're like, oh no, 3 base against 3 base is kind of bad for Protoss. This is not good at all. You're like, oh. And then he'll actually just smoothly transition into a macro game. Look at this. Ghosts Vikings just getting +2. Hasn't started plus 2 armor. He's like, +2 attacks all I need. Squeeze in that 4th command, and he's gearing up for a much longer game, and suddenly all the pressure's on Harstem to either explode his macro really hard or go kill him. And this bio is still up north looking to deny vision. Zealot gets cleaned up over here as well. Cure still maintaining map control, and he can always threaten the Doom drop into the main. Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Ready Point Medevac is there. Oh, HARSTEM kills a Ready Point Medevac. He gets a Raven as well. Raven and a Viking will go down as well. Nice play here for HARSTEM. But Widow Mines do take out a Stalker and a Zealot. Nice splash damage for him. And in the north, he's got to quickly recall. If he could blink on top of those boys, that would be great. But I think a good, well-timed evacuation for Kua. Quickly stims away. May have to stim again or pick up and lift to the high ground. We'll see which one he does. He's just going to stim and run. I think that's the right call. Stalkers could take out 1 or 2 Marauders, but not really getting the big payoff that you'd want for losing 6 more probes. The 4th base at least is up. And look at this. Goes to the high ground. I love the map layouts on these kind of bigger, older maps where... I mean, traditionally, Terran was always weaker on these maps because their frontal pushes aren't as good, but their mobility with their drops and defending those and controlling the map is actually so much harder against a good Terran. So it does create some really interesting gameplay. I'm not saying every map needs to be this big with 3 or 4 spawns, but Last Fantasy has been such a pleasant change of pace, and I'm so happy we're competing on all these new maps at the moment. Disruptor coming forward as well. +1 armor, +3 attack on the way. The delay on those armor upgrades means HARSTEM's army is incredibly fragile. I do like he's got a pylon there, but I think if HARSTEM could get a gateway over on this left side somewhere, over here, maybe a gateway down here, would be really nice. Just so he can send Zealot counterattacks in very easily. His gateway count's only at 8, so double robo, 8 gate. I think HARSTEM's next step normally here would be to build another 3 or 4 gateways. Oh, he's getting jumped on. Oh god, HARSTEM's got to be so careful. He's got no observers. I think this is a huge mistake right now. His vision's really bad. I think you want to be having a few observers scattered around to track what's going on. Oh, Kua with a 300 IQ scan sees the army, and he should be able to defend his 4th base. If he can get this army up here in position. HARSTEM's going to take the bottom center. Going for that. I don't know, what is that? 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock base. How many channels does Pig have? I'd be struggling to keep up. It's okay, guys. The reason I split them is the algorithm. If you want very specific content, usually the algorithm will find it for you. We have like 5 or 6 YouTube channels, a few of which are very inactive. But Pigcasts and the main Pig channel are the main ones. All right, Zealot's cleaning up quite a few SCVs. Just if I go deep on a different game's content, it's nice to sometimes split it off into a different channel. So I have a separate battle aces and whatnot. Oh, the Colossus get some decent shots. Okay, not bad, not bad. Bio moving north. Okay, Bio's just hanging out up there. Oh, no recall energy. Oh, it's so frustrating. And remember, he's only got 8 gateways, guys. He's trying to go Dark Templar, Cannons, Batteries, trying to get the Disruptor count up his HARSTEM. Oh, he does have Disruptors caught in the open. Speedballs, speedballs, speedballs. So hard to dodge those speedballs, but the Disruptors get caught out. Big mistake for HARSTEM. That was a huge mistake. He's got another one out there. He's hoping to catch it as Kua comes forward, but Kua scans, sees the Disruptor, and is ready for it. Somehow, only 7 probes go down. Could have been a lot worse. HARSTEM holding his own right now. Holding his own, but he is behind. And with Fusion Core up, Advanced Ballistics begins. That's Liberator range. Second starport. He's got both of them on reactors. The factory swapping off. He's realized Widow Mine's not very important at this stage. Not with extra Colossus and Disruptors on the field. So even though Widow Mines are always decent, it's not a priority. +2 ship weapons, double lib production. Or double starport lib production, which means quad lib production will be fantastic. +2 armor, +1 shields in the way. HARSTEM finally trying to get his gateway count up, but does feel like he's playing a very kind of standard slow game, but he's doing it from behind, and I think if he doesn't have Storm ready when those libs hit, it's going to be near impossible to take on Kua's army. I mean, getting forward with his army is always a good start. Trying to find angles to poke and prod. Colossus, very tanky. But the Viking count's good. Kua's going to push this south angle. He's got extra commands on his libs coming in behind it. It's a great move here. HARSTEM does not have the money. He can't afford to be losing this base. Got to keep it up. Disruptor on the bottom side lands big. Takes out a Ghost and a few Marauders, but stuck behind his own buildings is HARSTEM, and it feels like the positioning is actually really hurting him. Disruptors are landing decently on the Terran army, but I think it's a good enough trade because the 15-16 workers go down, and even though Kua, you know, it's kind of sloppy with the Disruptor dodging, all of the Protoss army just got clogged on those pylons on that Nexus, got stuck behind each other, and just couldn't quite micro the way they wanted to. Caduceus reactors coming in. That's going to give the Medevacs double energy regen. HARSTEM on just 58 workers. Feels like he's just slowly getting bled out ever since that first pressure. And Cure looking rather powerful in the longer game. Sensor towers everywhere, more orbitals. Planetary in the north. Planetary down here as well. HARSTEM's got a Zealot Dark Templar speed prism he's going to send across. I think HARSTEM's got a lot of cool tools. He just never quite had the numbers to contest. And too many times getting caught out of position against these drops, right? Oh. Disruptor's trying to poke forwards. Prism goes in the main. Let's see what he can get done there. He's going to do a few Zealot warp-ins. Not a big scary warp-in. Oh, it's one more Dark Templar and a few more Zealots. Double drop will come back to try to deal with this. Gets a reactor on a starport, which is nice. Disruptors go forward on the front. He tries to take out the planetary, does HARSTEM. But if he gets chased down, this won't be worth it. Oh, he's already emptied all of his balls. Oh, no. They're starting to recharge, but he just threw one from a bit too far away. He will at least keep his army alive and the prism. You can imagine if HARSTEM had 80 probes for the last few minutes, right? Had a bit of a bank, had 15 gateways. This is such a good way to finish PvT. You distract with a big counter, and then you jump in, kill a planetary while zoning his army with balls, pull back, let the balls recharge, go again. And he's a big fan of this Mass Stalker Disruptor style. He's very good at doing it. And once you've got +3 attack, you can kill planetaries pretty quickly with +3 Stalkers. Especially, remember, Neosteel armor. Oh, never mind. Disruptor shots coming forward. A couple Stalkers do go down. Gotta be careful, Prism. Did it die up north, guys? I don't see the Prism on the map right now. Looks like it did die. Got caught maybe by these Vikings. Stalker Disruptor still roaming. Q is swapped to a defensive mode on this side. He lost a planetary. I don't know if he cares too much, as he's got another command center floating out in the north. The SCVs are exposed. He's got a double, triple dropped up there, though. And, oh. HARSTEM, he's got a lot of Disruptors at this point. 9 in his army, the Bio army. The north side. Disruptor pokes forward. One Disruptor does go down. Only 2 Marines up here. Q not really being decisive. I'm surprised he didn't hit that north side. Maybe he got spotted by something. He's going to rotate to this middle low ground, pick off that Nexus. Big Dark Templar run by coming in. Could take out the turret over here. He's just going to go for the SCVs to start. Third base is wide open. He's going to split the Dark Templar in there. Thinking about going after the planetary, but 2 Widow Mines will easily deal with this. This is not enough. He can click the orbitals, but he cannot blink on the planetary. The Widow Mines and the planetary should be able to defend this. Oh, it's so close. He gets it. Wow, HARSTEM actually gets it. I did not think he had enough there. If he can get out with these Dark Templar, that'd be great. Remember, he used his blink on the way in. Only 4 Dark Templar survive. This Dark Templar, though, kills the turret, kills a bunch of SCVs. Dude, is HARSTEM back in this game? Oh no, these big maps, it's hard for Terran to defend on these maps, man. Scan's gonna go down, that Dark Templar should die. He runs back in on this side, killing a lot more SCVs. Wow, dude, HARSTEM's back in it. HARSTEM's back in it. Oh my gosh, the power of Blink Dark Templar. The power of Blink Dark Templar, and Cure struggling to finish this game off, man. Once you get to the late game, the power of Warp Gate, the power of Blink Dark Templar, and the power of those Disruptors is absolutely massive. Zoning with Disruptor shots, he gets 2 more command centers. HARSTEM back in charge. He's going to rebuild this base up here. I'd love to see him take this one as well. He's still only on 11 gateways, keep in mind, but his +3 armor's coming in. He's got that +1 plasma shields as well. Still a very scary Terran army. HARSTEM's got to be careful about fighting in front on. Disruptors are not going to land. He's got to get out of there. The last Colossus has fallen. It's going to be 31 Stalkers. Keep in mind, guys, he's only got 2 Robos. Oh, he's got 3. That's good. But his army is so weak in a pitched battle. It's all about basically using the mobility of the Stalkers, blink in, kill base, Disruptor zone army. Blink in, kill base, Disruptor zone army. That's what it's all about. Zealot Dark Templar running in. They're going to try and distract. And he throws some balls out. Not going to find too much. Just a few SCVs. Gets a sensor tower so that it's more of a surprise next time he comes in. And the Zealot Dark Templar does go down in the south. HARSTEM does have recall energy available, but look at this defensive setup. The lib count, it's hard to push in there. I think HARSTEM needs to find a different angle. He's going to keep throwing those balls in from kind of far away. Gets a decent shot on a few ghosts, but he's losing that bottom base. And HARSTEM, he got some damage. It's losing a base, and he's not pulling his probes away, which is a big problem. He dives. He dives. He dives. He dives. He realized the army's out of position. He's going to try and zone the ground army with the Disruptors. The Stalker's actually doing really well here. Very nicely done. Great Stalker move for HARSTEM. He actually kills a lot of these Liberators. Really well done. At the same time, Q is going to go push in deeper. He says, well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to do this. Dark Templar gets scanned and taken out instantly. These two command centers will fall, as will every single SCV. Does HARSTEM have anything at home? He's trying to make 3 Disruptors at a time, and he should clump this army. He gets 1 orbital. He's trying to get another one before he recalls, and he's going to try. He's got 1 mining base that's fresh. Q also has a mining base that's fresh here and a little bit of minerals. HARSTEM should be stacking up for the recall now, I believe, but he's going to try and gather up Disruptors, Zealots, and whatnot at home. Dark Templar does see the Liberators and realize that the army has pulled away. Stalker Disruptor on the front, trying to push in even deeper. If he gets rid of that orbital, it could be a game winner, but is he willing to walk in the lib zones? The answer is no, and I think HARSTEM's got to be careful because this army's not that big anymore. His money's low. He's got new Nexus building up top. Can he actually defend that, though? Dark Templar gets in there, picks off a couple of Marines. Oh, actually, it looks like a Marine and a Ghost went down before the scan came in. Trying to warp in Stalkers to stop a Doom drop, but honestly, if Q decides to push in there, there ain't nothing you're doing to stop that with just your handful of Stalkers. Q still is up 50 army supply. The income tab right now in HARSTEM's favor. HARSTEM never recalled these boys, though. And look at this. How many libs we got? 7 libs? Oh, my lord. Speed zones. Speed zones. Speed balls are coming in, guys. HARSTEM's first speed ball misses. The bio is also super speedy. It is a chaotic engagement right now. Balls are trying to fly out to cover his retreat. He's got to get out of here. The Stalkers do take out a lot of Vikings and libs. They are doing pretty decently, the Stalkers, but the Disruptors are getting chased down. And that's a big problem there for HARSTEM. How many Disruptors he got? He's got only 3 Disruptors right now. That's not enough to deal with this army. He doesn't have Storm or anything like that. Stalker Zealot will struggle very hard. He's going to have to give up his base. Probes running away. Zealots are there on the right. Stalkers on the left. A bunch of them got taken out. Only a small squad remaining. He's got a lot of Zealots and a few Disruptors. Speedball? No, it's a slow ball. And it looks like the speedy bio does escape. Oh, that one doesn't quite get clicked on the Marauder and also escapes there. Stalker's looking for maybe a divey dive. Could get at the Liberator. HARSTEM keeping active in a game where I thought he was dead in the water about 8 minutes ago, but he's fought his way back in these big maps. It gets hard for Terran in the late game, you know? It's the mobility of like recall and blink in these things and warp-ins can be a little nasty to deal with, and if you leave a bit of an opening, an expert like HARSTEM can crack them open. And that's exactly what HARSTEM's doing right now. He's running his probes away from the north. He blinks down south, takes out a Liberator. He's going to try and maybe base trade this. And with the Dark Templar, maybe? Dark Templar are really good in a base trade. Let's see. Gets EMP'd. Q there. Very good eyeballs about him. I think he's realized, hey, gonna go base trade. It is what it is. He's got a command center floating to the right. Planetary there. He's got a lot of bio in his main, so his main's not gonna go down. Libs moving forwards right now. No money for HARSTEM. He's just gonna have to do it with this. 23 Stalkers and 3 Disruptors, and as much as I admire the power of a big ball, I don't know if it's enough. He can't really recall either. I don't think he can recall to defend this. These probes getting hammered. 23, 25, 30 probes going down. No money for a new expansion for HARSTEM. Liberator's going to zone him out. HARSTEM's going to just tap. Okay. I mean, he's down 50 army supply with no income. There's still an orbital. There's no way he wins this. You could say it's a bit of a pansy GG. Honestly, what he's going to do here is run around in circles and hope Cure craps the bed. I mean, Cure 100% wins this. Maybe not 100. It's maybe 90%. I'm not going to hate on it too much. It would have been nice to see him try to fight it out with how much he did to get back in this position. But I think he just realizes, look, I'm running around wasting time at this point. This is not going to go my way. And he says, let's just go game 2. GG, well played, though. Really close, almost comeback for HARSTEM. All right, up a game now. Liquid's Cure. Oh, he's so hard to put away, isn't he? Even though Cure's games always end up messy like that, he just comes out on top so often. HARSTEM, though, I mean, good job on the Dark Templar. He was on the back foot for the whole time. Apparently, he's 7 hours deep into a stream, a live stream at the point that he played this one. So, apparently he was a little frustrated at the end of that last game. Someone told me in the Twitch chat, they said, oh, yeah, I think I was watching him live when he played this one. He looked a little stressed after that game one. Didn't look too happy. And I'm like, fair enough. Barracks goes down into a gas. This is Torches, guys. So this is a map where it is, there's these gold minerals here kind of walling off this whole right side, which you can get into if you break these kind of naturally decaying Zerg debris, Zerg rocks, whatever you want to call them. There is also a gold base in the middle, but it's a shared gold base with a hole in the middle. So it's kind of crazy. We don't see too much fighting on the left side of this map. There's another shared gold base. And then obviously just expanding out to these corners. So it looks like a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases aside with 2 shared bases in the middle. So 16 total base count on this map. Probe's going to go scouting for HARSTEM as he goes for a gate. Does not bother with a Reaper Ledge because, well, there's no Reaper Ledge wall off, is there? The only place, if you wanted to wall, would be down here because that's a big Reaper Ledge. But, I mean, I guess or there. You could wall off here. I know Hero on El Dorado likes to wall on the natural sometimes for that very reason. We're going to see an early second depot. Big thanks, Kalor, for the sub. Appreciate that. It's going to be interesting. This map is called Torches, guys. I think I'm starting to realize why. Looks like there's a little, I guess, a little funeral. Looks like maybe that's like a little sarcophagus with some torches on either side of it. Pretty cool, man. I also like these little brambly sight blockers. They look kind of cool. Feels like it'd be a bit painful to walk through that. You know, you get some scratchy thorns on you and stuff. Delicious. All right, Adept's on the way. What else we got, guys? Command Center. Yeah, he's just put off gas. Command Center on the natural 217. Reactor does go down after Reaper. First Reaper, not going to really push his luck too much. Doesn't want to get inside. And this looks super generic for HARSTEM. Just like Warp Gates on the way. Twilight Council will go down next. Very, very just straight up generic play. I do feel like maybe he could have gone for this Nexus a bit quicker, man. I don't know. Depth Shade. Careful, careful. Reaper's got to be real careful here. Oh, Cure. Wow. Playing with fire there. By the way, guys, what is this? This is like a little gray mound? Like ashes or dirt or something like that? What is this? People have been digging up bodies here or something? What's going on? This map's interesting. There is a healing shrine, by the way, on the left side of this map. And I also believe, I don't think there's an air blocker. So I think you can heal flying units on that. Kind of fantastic. Oh, he's going to get Reaper. Dude, Cyclone's not ready. Uh-oh. Cure doing a bit of a whoopsie here. He's going to lose an SCV and a Marine. Great start here for HARSTEM. And there's going to be a medevac on the way. There could be... Oh, good at shade away, shade away, shade away. HARSTEM waiting too long. Should have known he was going to be exposed here, but he does just quickly recall. And we'll save both the depths. That was wrong for a second there, but 5 hit points. It does just barely get away. I was like, oh no. Medevac's coming. 2 Cyclones. And a medevac. I think Cure was expecting to play against Phoenix this game, guys. I think he was expecting HARSTEM to play a Phoenix Colossus build. And wanted to try and get some early damage. But when he gets over there, he's going to see quite a few Stalkers to greet him. HARSTEM should be well set up. Oh, what is this, by the way, guys? This is like a cool temple-y thing here. But it's open on the top? Oh, wow. Also, apparently this thing's sponsored by Monster Energy. Jeez. Okay. Is Monster still sponsored the Team Liquid map contest, guys? Is that just like a permanent sponsorship? How is every single Team Liquid map contest sponsored by Monster? I do not know. Looks like there's another level down below this one, down there. Third gas comes in. Blink Stalkers warping as the Cyclone medevac rotates. Second barrack starts up in the main for Cure. He's got a bunker building as well. Got some nice rock spires over here. Some little viney brambles on the ground. Yeah, this map looks like a proper crap place to live, guys. I mean, is it just me, guys, or do map makers obsessed with just making maps look like the most inhospitable crap hole you've ever been to? I feel like whenever we're looking at new maps, I feel like, what was that guy, he used to do that show. What was it with like Ricky Gervais and stuff? Was it An Idiot Abroad or whatever? Where it's just like, what was that guy's name? He did like a bunch of different TV shows. It was just literally like, just this British guy who just like hated Carl Pilkington. That's it. Yeah. I feel like that guy, but I'm like, I swear it's not me. It's the maps are actually very dead looking. I mean, this one has a cool theme to it, so I'm a bit more okay with it. We've also got glowing eyes on the statue. This is like the thing out of Ghostbusters. There's like the glowing eyes on the dog statue or whatever, right? Yeah. But basically, I do feel a little bit like Carl. Where I'm just like, you know, I'm like, why can't everything just have a good English breakfast and be exactly the same as my hometown? Why are things different in the world? How dare they be? Probe does get picked off. Raven's hiding behind the rock spire on the right side. This is... I think other players panic when they don't get damage. And then you just got Cure, and he's like, nah, man, it's good. Just make the 3 barracks, make the factory, make the star... I mean, this is... Cure's gone back to what made him great years ago. I remember there was a patch that came out, and every Terran player stopped doing this style. Oh, the Observer gets away! HARSTEM! Twerking that Observer in the face of the Raven. That's the ultimate disrespect, guys. Beat someone in a fight and then twerk at them. I think we are just years away from guys doing that to each other. We're going to be seeing more dudes twerking in each other's faces as the ultimate BM. I'm going to take the 3rd on that left side. Okay, so he's not going to expand towards HARSTEM. Cure's supply is just incredible. This is every time I watch him, I'm like, dude, don't you need to do damage? He's got 3 bases. He's up 13 workers. And Cure's like, no, it's fine. Like, I'll just make stuff. But Storm's almost done, and it's going to be a Prism out soon. If he can get some High Templar with Storm inside, it's going to be great. And look at this. He's already used energy recharge. I've been so critical of players for not using energy recharge the moment they can, but he's actually using it. High Templar's coming forward, try and slow this push down. Is it worth feedbacking the Raven? I don't think so. I think he should just save it all for Storm. Got Storm available. Cure, I mean, he saw the High Templar. He should be pre-spreading. Remember, guys, what do we know about Pro Terrans? They don't know how to pre-spread. They always want to just spread reactively. Wow, he's putting his Marauders in front. His Marines are actually well protected. This is actually pretty cool. I always criticize, like, Beyond and a lot of the other Terrans for just running their bio in a ball into the High Templar and getting stormed. And I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? But, yeah. Stalker Zealot running forwards. Alright, Bio gets dropped on the right side. The Raven does go down. And Cure's just going to pull back. He sees the Storm and he says, yeah, I don't want none of it. 3rd Command Center is going to be up. He's back to full SCV production. Well, he should be. He's actually missing a little bit of SCV production in the main, but Ghost Academy's coming down. 4th and 5th Barracks. Feels like HARSTEM's in a good spot supply-wise, though. And yeah, I like how confidently he takes a 4th. Now, one thing we criticized HARSTEM for before is the lack of observers. He's only got 1 observer, guys. It's on the right side of the map. I really feel, in this game specifically, chrono a few observers out, get some vision. It would be so useful. You killed the Raven, you know? You got rid of the Raven. And I do think not having information is where most PvTs get lost. I remember when Zest was arguably the best PvT player in the world. Definitely top 2. And he was just better with his observers than every other Protoss player. He was much better at hiding them. He was more clever with his placement. When he was in a really defensive position, he'd pull them back and set up a ring around his bases. But the moment the Terran pulled back like Cure is, he'd unsiege his observers and he'd move them forward and he'd get forward position. He was just so flexible in how he used his observers. And it took a while for other players to catch up. I remember 2020 to 2022 Zest, or maybe 2020, 2021 especially. It's kind of peak Zest. He's just so ahead of the meta in this matchup with the vision. See how HARSTEM does it. Widowmine could get a decent shot. Yeah, not too crazy. Good denial on the 4th Command Center. I mean, that's worth it for a few Zealots. Super worth it. Marine on the left side does step over the Healing Shrine. And I think we're going to see that Robo-Bay transition for HARSTEM. Because Storm's past its use by date. If you're not willing to commit to a big attack, which you have to go like right now, or you need to back out of here. If he gets a feedback, get another one would be nice. High Templar left in the open. A little sloppy. And this left side 5th base comes up for HARSTEM as well. He's got +2 attack on the way. It's still, he's not going Robo-Bay. It still looks like he wants to go for the big attack, but he's not got that much energy left for Storm. He's got 1 more Storm coming out. Oh, and another couple Storms actually on that High Templar. Another full energy High Templar behind it as well. EMP lands on that one. Warp Prism though, a bit too slow to unsiege. And you can see these High Templar. Runs forward, feedbacks a few of these ghosts. HARSTEM, yeah, does land a Storm on the Widowmine. Damaging but not killing too much. Single Marine on the left side tickling that Nexus Observer. In a great position there. But if you could have another Observer on this side, I feel like he could just really dominate with a little bit more vision. HARSTEM's having to play without the vision. Does blink to dodge the Widowmine. Taking some tank shots. The Bio's there as well. Still not going Robo-Bay. He's sticking his Zealot, Immortal, Archon, and Storm. But there's no Storm drop in this fight anymore. 1 High Templar on the ground. 1 High Templar on the ground with only 1 Storm remaining. And those tanks and Widowmines do some good shots. HARSTEM dancing on the front. It just feels like it's a little front on right now. It's very European the way HARSTEM's playing. Wants to engage front on. trying to find the correct angle. He's slowing down the advance. Can he break him? Can he break him? He blinks forward. Does he have the numbers? The Archon's getting some good shots off. There's no EMPs left, or very few at least. There's a couple of EMPs. They're not really being used. Those Archons coming forward. The medevacs are exposed, but I think it's a good fight for Cure. And man, it looks like HARSTEM's overcommitted. Doesn't find the damage he wanted. Units lost tab. 3,400 in favor of Cure. Massive, massive for him. Now, with energy recharge, you can refill, have Storm, and be ready for the next push. Finally does use that on the High Templar. So he's got 2 Storms available. Zealot's trying to dance back and forwards. 2-1 against 1-1 in favor. Cure's upgrades are actually so late. He's only now started +2. Dude, Cure's kind of screwed upgrade-wise, even though he's got such a big army. If HARSTEM goes into Colossus Disruptor, which I think is his best style, this would be incredible. He's going air weapons for some reason, which tells me I think he's thinking about Mothership. But there's no Stargate, no Fleet Beacon, so air weapons, maybe a misclick there. +2 armor coming in off of the Forge. The second Forge not upgrading. Looks like he didn't quite have the money to start that one, unfortunately. There we go, starts up +3 right now. HARSTEM, he's got to defend this left side. His 5th base is here. The Zealot Stalker does get spotted. Where are his High Templar? He doesn't have a Warp Prism anymore. His High Templar are clumped. He needs to spread him. Oh, he does do a nice Storm. Good Storm to start. Spreading out his High Templar nicely. He needs more High Templar, though. And his energy recharge is just mere seconds away. Those ghosts coming forward, he's got to try and get rid of these ghosts, protect his High Templar from them. Nice moves, just kind of veering forwards, takes a few Widow Mines on the Zealots, well done. And almost damages a medevac, will find himself a ghost. HARSTEM's on 83 workers, only 63, or 67, sorry, for Cure. Cure's upgrade's way behind as well, right? 2-2 against 1-1. Finally, that second Robo-Bay goes down. I thought HARSTEM was going to go that direction earlier, but he's actually shown really good confidence with the Archon Immortal Zealot Storm style. Not a style that I thought he was an expert at, because I always see him go for that Stalker Disruptor he did in the first game. But he's had a good start. He's got a good economy. Start +3 armor would be excellent right here. Cure, on the other hand, he's got his 5th command center now building. His 4th is finally up with a planetary. Sensor towers abound. He's checking his corners, making sure there's no Zealots nearby. HARSTEM pushes the right side. Cure pushes the left. I think this is a decent choice to attack in here. I don't think you want to really kill the planetary, but you can just maybe shift-click a few SCVs. Could be nice for HARSTEM. He's got to get out of here, though. HARSTEM, he's got to get out. The ghost coming after him. He's got a few Storms, but only a few. He's got to pick that up into the Prism. Pick that High Templar into the Prism, otherwise he's going to get focused. He's going to turn and fight! HARSTEM, no! HARSTEM turning to fight! He's got a far inferior army here. He's trying to attack up the left at the same time. Is this kind of meant to be, oh look, I'm distracting you? He's got to get these guys out of here. HARSTEM staying on this side of the map for far too long. He has opened up these minerals. He can pull away for now. Counterattack will come in on the left. It's an open, wide open orbital. Second Robo-Bay's up. He needs to just keep on warping in High Templar to stop this army. But look at this. HARSTEM's going to go for kind of like a base trade rather than fighting in front. Oh, I think he thought Cure moved home, but Cure just moved to the left. Cure shoving in right now. This game's about to get so very messy. Colossus are starting, but they're not here yet. It's all about the Storms, and he just doesn't seem to have any Storms available. Maybe warping in and energy recharging in the main could be good. Looks like he's using energy recharge over at this side. He's going to come forward and go for feedback Storm. Great Storm, but is it enough? That Bio army, it's very damaged. There's not much medevac juice. Does HARSTEM have the numbers? Looks like his army on the other side went down. He's behind about 6,000 in the resources lost. And Cure's army is massive right now. Tacking around a corner, probably not going to cut it. Another Storm looks like it's getting close there. That High Templar just 5 energy away. 2 High Templar in the north. Massive size Storm. That Storm would have been better on those northern units. He does end up storming his own Zealots a little bit. HARSTEM losing a lot of stuff here. Does not land the Storm that he needed. And the Bio, very, very damaged. HARSTEM up 6,000, down 6,000 in the units lost. But he's got the money, he's got the production, his income is still miles ahead of Cure, who's redropping meals on the left side on only 44 workers. Cure needs to get damage done, and he needs it now. He's got +3 weapons on the way as well. HARSTEM, he's got Colossus, he's got extended thermal ats, and he's up 3-3 against 2-2 when this finishes. So I think the next fight's going to be a double upgrade advantage. If he can have 2 or 3 Colossus out, that'd be amazing. But he lost 1 Robo, so he's rebuilding it. Bio lived there as well. Oh man, I know it's crazy, but I actually think Dark Shrine right now is a game winner. I honestly think if he just gets a Dark Templar in here, a Dark Templar in here, a Dark Templar in the natural, it just wins the game. But for now, it looks like he's going to have to defend a push. He's only got 1 Colossus, remember, +3 armor. Still seconds away. It's not ready yet. He blinks forward. Not a good blink forward for him, but the Storm. The Storm to cover the retreat. Very nicely done. Unfortunately, that's his only Storm available, and it's going to go down there. He's running forward a bit too ambitiously as HARSTEM right now, taking some big lib shots. His army is so much smaller. He's got another Colossus, but he's got to hold on. I do love the Guardian Shield, but it's going to expire soon. That single Liberator, you can tell HARSTEM wants to keep him stimming. HARSTEM says you need to stim, and I think the moment he stims, you can pull away from this, which is absolutely a good call. The Healing Shrine's right there! Cure realizes he wasn't even thinking about it, but the Healing Shrine might actually save his bacon. You do not want to fight into the Healing Shrine. Oh no! The Healing Shrine saving Cure there. Dude, his army was so damaged, but he heals it up. You are kidding me! The Healing Shrine may actually turn this game around. I thought HARSTEM had it. His High Templar go down before they can morph into an Archon. One more Zealot Warping might be able to save him. He's got the minerals, but he's only got 12 gateways. The probes are trying to pull here. The probe pull is absolutely the correct call, but he loses a lot of them. Can he clear this army out with the Zealots? Maybe, just maybe. It's 3-3 against 2-2. The upgrade advantage helping out HARSTEM, but he's got to just keep fighting, I think. He's just got to keep fighting. Colossus trying to pull down the cliff. The Ghosts and the Marauders getting hammered. The Stalker's blinking back as well. Dude, the hot pickup though for Q. It does get out and he kills 20 workers. There's still 70 workers behind this for HARSTEM. HARSTEM's still building probes right now. I don't know if that's even necessary. He's mining so many more resources. If he can hunt these Ghosts down, that could be big though. Gets a medevac, but is it too far? The Stalkers and the Colossus getting jumped. He's got four Colossus. If he can take out these Vikings, he will absolutely mince Cure in this game. Trying to warp in more Stalkers right now. The Colossus can just aim over the ground. The Vikings getting taken out by the Stalkers, and HARSTEM holds. HARSTEM holds in this game despite the Healing Shrine. Oh my gosh. Oh my goshy gosh. That is so sick, dude. That's actually so sick. I love that we saw the Healing Shrine actually come in there. That's awesome. You know, chat says, oh, and that's why Healing Shrines aren't fair. That's so stupid. Healing Shrine's so stupid. You calm down, guys. Calm down. Honestly, this is the problem people have in StarCraft. There's just anything in there that adds variety. We're like, oh god, oh no. Not everything needs to be 100% fair in StarCraft, guys. That can be used really well for both sides. These Stalkers and Colossus could go heal right now as well. Something which Protoss isn't meant to have the ability to do, but you know, it is what it is, man. Oh, EMPs to try and stop the Nexus from recalling. There's still enough energy to recall anyway. That's hilarious. He only had one EMP. Does deny some mining. HARSTEM just going to pull over to that side. HARSTEM's up 40 workers. But HARSTEM needs to stop probing and just focus on army. If HARSTEM can just like double down on army and always make sure he has a few High Templar in reserve, that'd be great. As I said, Dark Shrine could just be a game winner. He's got a Dark Templar, runs in, kills 4 workers. Forcing turrets and bunkers on a Terran who's stuck on 4 base is really bad for Cure. Cure does not want to spend money on that. I think as long as you build pylons and gateways on the edges and you start sending Zealots and DTs in, it's going to be so hard for Cure to handle. Like, any small skirmishes are just going to be awfully difficult for him. Zealot Stalker Colossus poking forward. How many Vikings are there, guys? Only 7. I think if HARSTEM goes right now, honestly, I think he's in a great position. But remember, only 12 gateways. But yeah, he should be trading with Cure, especially on this side of the map where Cure's not got a Healing Shrine. His medevac juice is low, and keeping the bio stimmed is going to be really effective. But 9 Vikings now. Those 2 starports working overtime. I think HARSTEM should be committing to this fight. Oh, he goes forward with the High Templar. Running away, though. I think HARSTEM could fight this. He blinks forward now. Oh, I don't know if he needed to blink into the bio for that one. Oh, no! He's getting overrun! Oh, his Colossus are getting hammered by the Vikings! HARSTEM! Oh, I think there was a window where he could have pushed, but once that next round of 4 Vikings came out, it went from 5 to 9 Vikings. Suddenly, we had a massive amount to gun down the Colossus, and HARSTEM, I can't believe he's getting overrun in this game. I thought he had it, but look at that. Zealot DT getting defended by Bunker plus Repair. Cure doubling down on his defense, and he barely defends his 3rd base. Looks like his base on the right got killed, I believe. Yeah, it looks like it got killed or floated somewhere or something like that. Maybe he floated it to the top left, but it's being blocked by a pylon there. Zealot Stalker coming in there with the Immortal. Lots of Zealots. Disruptor's going to throw a ball out, but it's blocked by its own buildings. Easily dodged there by Cure. High Templar on the left. He's waiting for the Storm, but the Viking land takes out the Disruptor. Storm comes in. Great Storm there for HARSTEM. The HARSTEM, the 7-foot-tall Dutchman. He was in a really good position here, but we saw what happened when you overcommit without a Prism. Not enough gateways, not enough meat in his army. And I don't think he had a Guardian Shield either, which really affects you in these big battles, especially now that +3 has kicked in for the Terran bio, which was the big upgrade they were missing, of course, in some of the much earlier engagements. Zealot DT keeps attacking this base, but Q is just too good on his repairs. He needs to go past into the natural. That's actually a less defended angle. HARSTEM gets caught out on the map. Ghost flanks and EMPs. He EMPs the High Templar. Yes, the Ghost get caught out, but he kills the High Templar, and that was where the splash damage was. Energy recharge is going to be ready in about 3 seconds. There's still another Ghost there, though, with 2 EMPs available. That Ghost with 2 EMPs could ruin him. Energy recharge goes down. You might have to just click on that Ghost. Oh, no! Oh, he dodges the EMP, dodges the first EMP. He does target the Ghost, doesn't quite get it. High Templar comes forward, Stalker blinks in, can't quite finish it off. The medevac healing is too good. Dark Templar are killing SCVs at the same time. High Templar coming forward with the Storm, but most of his ground army's already gone down. He's done a lovely High Templar dance, has HARSTEM here, keeping it alive. The supply is neck and neck. It is so nail-bitingly close in this match. And those Dark Templar, this one went down to a Ghost EMP. He's still chasing this army over here. He's still got a Zealots in the top left, actually, is what's denying the base over there. And the Bio barely getting out of here. I'd love to see him use that healing shrine, but of course HARSTEM's in a bit of a frantic situation and doesn't quite have the wherewithal to do that at this exact moment. Dark Templar warps in, he's going to kill a Marine and then just get taken out, probably by EMP. Uses a scan, 2 Marines and a scan for a Dark Templar. HARSTEM, he's got the right base. A few minerals there, a few minerals there. His income is not great. Luckily for him, Q's income is garbage as well. 31 SCVs and 2 to 3 bases mining. What a insane game this has been, man. Wow, 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 wow. Dark Templar running forward. Oh, good spotting. It's going to be harder to deal with Storm, though, if you're using all your EMPs on Dark Templar, right? Another EMP goes down. He's only got 3 ghosts, guys. He's got 1 EMP ticking over, or 2 EMPs ticking over in about 6-7 seconds. Stalker Zealot could hit this side, but it's a planetary. It's easy defense for Q. I don't think you can kill this with so few units. Unless you storm the SCVs. Oh, he's committing hard. Sees the Ghost coming. Okay, he gets it. Gets it and runs away. I think this is a really good move. Oh, feedback, feedback. Nice, nice. He's got to just run now. Another Dark Templar in the top left. HARSTEM doing well right now. Gets himself back in it. The SCVs notice him coming. Dark Templar. I wouldn't mind him running that down here and just hold positioning. Just make Kua do some extra actions to hunt it down, you know? You might think you recalled it and then you can bring it back. It's going to deny mining either way. Not much mining for Kura in this game. I think HARSTEM might actually be back in the lead. Does he go Colossus here? I think Colossus would be so good. You can't build Colossus without a Robo, though. There is a constraint right now. Remember, he lost his base that had both Robos on it. He lost his first Robo earlier here. 3 Robos have gone down this game. Wanted to sneak some Zealots in and then control this choke point. Not able to do it. I like the movement from HARSTEM, though, dude. What a banger game we're seeing here. And this is a very typical Q TVP. Nail-bitingly close. Fire running around here. High Templar. Got to be careful those EMPs. He's got to pull out. He's got to pull out, does HARSTEM. He's a bit too overcommitted, and those ghosts go deep. There's only 1 Storm left covering him now. These High Templar are getting caught. And you're damaging Q, but you're not killing his units. He's killing yours. 16,000 resources behind the units lost it. Oh, no, he leaves his High Templar hanging out. Morphs an Archon, but it's just going to get gunned down. Ghosts with +3. Still do decent damage. And they take care of that bad boy. Dark Templar on that side gets it taken out as well. He's got another Ghost here. Oh, just blink, just maybe blink on top there. Gets a Ghost to a couple of medevacs, but he's out of Storm right now. Energy recharge not available for another 20 seconds, and it feels like HARSTEM's numbers have just been whittled down too low. And Q is pushing in at this exact moment. Stalker, Zealot, High Templar trying desperately to defend. Energy recharge 35 seconds away. Comes in with a Storm, gets EMP'd before we can land it, and HARSTEM taps out. What a barn burner of a game too. Dude, that was actually so sick. The healing shrine came in big in this one. In that one moment. That was so cool, dude. GG, well played though. Q comes out with a 2-0, but HARSTEM makes it incredibly close.